That? No? You're the first one. You got in the stand. You see your Uncle Jesse, and you go, "Hi, Uncle Jesse."
Sounds like me.
And that's when you guys went to closed TV. Because they thought you guys were too happy to see your uncles.
Yeah.
And, you know, you guys should have been scared of them.
That's because we were happy to see them.
When I testified, I started crying because I knew I was lying and I was scared that they were going to be mad at me. So I just started crying because I knew it was, you know, I was telling a lie.
Why they start camcording in the judge's office? Because I didn't want to go on the stand and lie right there when my uncles were sitting right there. That's the reason why we had the rest of the court session in the judge's office. Because I didn't want to go lie right on the... And I remember every question they asked me was just either yes or no.
Yeah.
They really didn't give us a chance to tell them what they really put us through before they had all their statements.
I didn't get to see any of the kids testify. It was a very close court and it's one of the last people to be able to testify. So I couldn't listen to you guys' testimony. But I'll let you guys know your uncles were very proud of you. They honestly know what happened. They know you were promised. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said.
And then they didn't even keep those promises either. We can go home right after you just tell us what happened. Right after that, you can go home. Like right after, they said right after you tell us.
How long did it take it to go home?
3 years. 3-4 years.
Yeah, because you guys went to Children's Home Society.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
And even
4,
after children's home, we were in and out
4 or
of
5 years.
in and out of those shelters up here that they have up here.
Who's the
Yeah, I
first
remember
one
that.
home?
They brought them all at the same time, right? Remember, Dawn got to go with Heather, and I went with Auntie Jewel. I was in Auntie Jewel's foster care for a year.
And kept Krisha and Jess longer. The longest, I think.
That's right. No, you don't get
Yeah, I was locked up till I was 21, so I was the last one to come home, you know. Since I
Why
was the
were you
oldest,
locked
so
up?
just going in and out of treatments, in and out of placements. And once I came home at, what, 14, and I got locked back up, just not listening to my, yeah, no, the DSS, or what are they, DSS worker or something, but not listening to them, not checking in with her, always going to Grams, and I was with Josh and them all the time, you know, with the boys, and never doing anything, so, and plus I wasn't going to school, so they sent me away again.
Do you think a lot of it has to do with what happened when you were a kid?
Yeah, because I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to do anything that people told me. I had to do 3 or 4 years of hard labor at the Jordans. Like I was saying, I was doing all the work with the hay bales. I had my, they
Those were about
made me get a
70-pound hay bales they had us.
made me get a job of lifting the
9
hay
years
bales
old,
onto
man. That's about as much as I weighed.
How did they treat you in the foster home? Were they mean? Did they?
Yeah, well, Roger was pretty mean, but we mostly just dealt with Roger because we were
the
slave
boys.
labor, yeah. Work.
Did they hit you? Did they
No,
beat
he'd
you already?
holler at
Did
us.
they-
He wouldn't hit us, but he'd holler at us and scare the crap out of us. I know I got scared quite a few times from him.
Never wanted to ask him. He'd tell us to do something and we'd forget and we'd argue with each other. You go ask him. We didn't want to get hollered at. I remember always being hungry. Always hungry.
No, hey, don't open up.
I remember quite a few times eating the dog food when, you know, that's all there was.
Hungry,
You know, we'd be outside all day
stealing those tomatoes, stealing tomatoes out of the garden.
What did they feed you?
just 3 times a day, but
It's not enough when they work you that hard and you're that old.
you're growing up, you know,
young.
You gotta eat more than 3 meals a day. Just little portions of what they gave us. And we'd have to, like you said, we had to do the garden. took all the weeds, set up I had to do the fences. I had to set up all the fences for the horses and the cows to keep them separated.
Was there any rewards for your work?
Not really. The rewards me and Don got was we got bikes, and they weren't ours. We'd have to. I thought we borrowed them from some people, but we were able to go uptown and get a little snack, whatever candy we could. There wasn't really any kind of other rewards, you know, just.
Yeah, we weren't around the girls too much because we were out working.
Did Don and Jordan have a son?
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, it was James.
Jimmy.
How old is he?
He was in his
He was in
early
20s,
mid-20s.
You ever seen him do anything inappropriate?
I've not.
that
I
I
never
know of.
seen anything inappropriate. But like I said, we weren't never
I only
around the
seen him a
girls.
couple times.
Yeah.
Well, he treated me like.
Jessica?
Well, he was
Yeah.
cool with me because I helped him out build his race car for the tracks down there. They have race tracks down there. And I helped him weld some of his car. Helped him build his car up, and he had me. I know once he took me in town to Jefferson, and I stayed at his house and cleaned up the whole house. You know, he had me clean up his house for him. That was it. And I mean, I
Did he
really see
have
him
a
do anything.
nickname?
Jimmy? Jim?
Something. Yeah.
I know it was Jim or Jimmy.
Who's Frog?
Who?
Frog. Like the frog, you know?
They have a little dark kid with them.
They had Bunky, remember that girl was at that foster home when we got there.
It would have been a boy.
I swear that was a girl. Do you remember her?
I remember
Bunky?
Bunky.
Yeah.
Like a bee?
Yeah, that was a little black
Like a bee. A seagull?
And then I heard after keeping Indian kids, she started keeping black kids. And she was probably treating them the same way. She was mean to us.
What'd they make you do?
Huh?
What'd they make you do?
She was the same thing, made us clean all the time. If we didn't do it, pull us on by our hair. I remember she was always pulling Jessica and Keisha by their hair.
Call you names?
If she did, probably didn't really know what it meant. But yeah, she was mean. Very mean.
Did you guys eat like the boys? Very little?
Yep, very little. We used to have to sneak pop and stuff in it 'cause she never let us. I remember I used to steal pop from her. And then I would get hit for that.
Did she lock her fridge? Did she have a fridge that she
We
could
weren't
lock?
hardly ever in the house,
Yeah,
so
we
me and
were
Jerome
never in
wouldn't
the
know.
All day until night. We were just outside. If we got done with our chores, then we'd be out running around because we didn't want to be there. We didn't want to stay there. We knew what was going on, and you know, we'd have to do more work if we went inside, or you know, act like we were lazy. Then they'd go outside, go do something else, go do this, go do that. They'd be saying, go set up the fences. And I know they'd be telling us that, but I remember she always had packs of cigs and cartons, and she always had her cartons of cigs though. No matter what we got, she always had her cartons of cigs there.
Jessica,
At least 3.
do you remember anything?
Being at Donna Jordan's? Yeah.
Can you tell us?
I remember we always used to be locked outside for like all day. Like the door would literally be locked and we couldn't go in. And that's why we ate dog food, because we were always hungry. I remember being locked out when it was really cold out. And we were crying to her, telling her we were cold. And she said, go pick up trash. You know those barrels you can start fires in? She said, go pick up trash and put it in there. And so me and my sister Lakusha were in. Being that small, I didn't know you couldn't throw glass in a fire. And it exploded and it burned me right here. And I told her and she didn't really do nothing about
Can you
it.
take you to the hospital? Did you have contact with her son?
I only remember seeing him like one time. And I just remember he drove like a Jeep with no doors.
So he wasn't really around the kids.
And he always had his wife with him. She was really nice to us.
She was.
She was really nice to us. She would bring us food and stuff.
How many other foster kids did they have?
They came and went. We were
Yeah.
the only constant ones there.
That stayed there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it seemed like she'd happen for a little bit, then it'd be gone.
We were the only constant ones they had for about what, a year? A year and a half or so?
2 years,
I don't even remember. The timeline's all crazy to me.
You guys were young. I found a paper that said you guys were thinking about stealing the car. Want to tell us
Oh,
about
I remember when we first got there, I remember Chris and Tabitha were with us. And I remember saying that I know which way we have to go to get home. I know the direction we have to get home. If we steal the car, then we'll go that direction, you know. Or even these fields, we could walk these fields, and you know, I know which way do we need to get home because it was winter out. There was snow on the ground. And I remember telling all the younger kids, I was like, "Yep, if we just walk this way, then we'll be able to get home because I know the direction we got to get home." And I remember we were talking about her car because she got a big old van later on. Like had to be 13, so after 3 years of foster home, that you know we were talking about finally leaving. You know, trying to steal her car and trying to head out because sometimes they trust us with like the keys to the lawnmower, or he was trying to teach me how to drive the tractor and everything, and I didn't learn that, but you know they just trusted us a little bit more that we were there longer after you know doing all their work for them, all their labor for them on the farm. But that's what we were planning on, was trying to steal their car just to get home because I knew the direction we needed to go. I just didn't know we were that far away, you know, a couple hours, three hours away from home, you know. I didn't know we were past Yankton, past Beersford, past Vermilion, you know. I didn't know we were way down there, and I just thought we were down by Yankton, you know, that we'd just come this way and we'd be home, you know. That's what I thought. That's why we were talking about it.
Okay, I just gave you a timeline. This paper that I found that said that you guys were going to steal a car, and it is talking about somebody in that home molesting a couple of you guys. And whoever this person is his nickname was Frog. That's why I'm trying to figure out who else was in that home. And it's the same time that you guys thought about stealing the car. And I know you two probably won't know, but the girls, if they think about it, they're going to know. Lucretia can tell me. She said there's somebody that you guys used to run from down there. Because you bit older girls knew what was going on. It was the little kids that didn't.
Because remember, she moved us all downstairs, me, you, and Don.
Frog.
Don had that side, and then he was over there, or someone was over there, I can't remember.
I always thought that was a girl.
Was it another?
I thought it was a girl too, because
Maybe
she
it
was
was a
older than
girl.
all of us, wasn't she?
Or
'Cause
it's assuming it was a boy.
And she adopted him, whoever it was.
You thought it was a girl?
And I swear her name was Bunky. A real dumb name.
Was she kind of off?
She was a baby. She was a
Oh,
little
this
baby.
would have been older.
Well, like we said, people came and went. We were the only constant ones that were there.
Because we were all upstairs, all us kids were all upstairs when we first got there. We were
You think
We
it was
were
one of the
in the
ones
attic.
that came and left?
Could have been.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't remember
'cause-
hardly any of. Actually, I don't remember any of their
You can't
names.
get papers on that home.
And then if Krisha
They
knows
had
something, she
it.
never told us.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
Yeah, they are. You know they are.
If Krisha knows, how come she never said anything to us?
I tried to get her down here. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I couldn't get her to come down.
What do you mean, her
So
and
we're
mom?
gonna stop.
We're
up there
gonna
on our way
stop up there. And I'll let you guys know what she says.